Call
What was?
877
What are you eating?
by Dell or visit Dell.com.
Oh, okay. I excuse that. You can't let that go to waste.
Starting route now.
You ever eat wings with someone and they leave like a bunch of meat on the bones? You're like, excuse me.
Turn left.
Excuse me.
Head south to Moab, Utah.
You better clean it.
Continue on the Great North American Test Track.
Run with them.
We may not be friends if I see that.
With our quietest cab ever, no heat and AC, and a four-wheel independent suspension. It's built to
We're
run.
back here.
Is that what that means, Sean? Is that
Out of 25.
Search John Deere.
Escobar first.
7:22 here on the Todd and Don Show. So glad you are here.
What's the exact definition of shiny ribs exactly?
I don't know.
Is it having eaten all of the meat and the bone is shiny?
I think so.
Or is it the glaze that you put on the rib that makes it look shiny? I
don't know.
I guess it can be either way.
What made you think of this?
Well, you and I were talking about it during the break about ribs.
But nobody was part of that conversation. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I was just going right in the middle.
Well, what do
of
you
it.
think it means?
Let's
run with it.
I think to me it is after you put the barbecue sauce on it and it gives a shiny appearance. I think that's shiny ribs right there.
All right.
I think you think it's after you've cleaned all the meat off the bone, which is has to happen. If you leave any meat on the bone, that's a crime.
Right.
That would be the shiny rib because the bone is so clean it's shiny.
Right.
I think we can go either way on the argument.
I think we could.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're taking your calls.
Yeah.
512-836-0590.
I'd like to know your opinion on the topic. What is a shiny rib?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
And you think it's what?
I think it's the sauce. I think it's when you put the sauce on, when it's still on the grill, and it becomes shiny. The sauce gives it the shiny appearance.
Right.
I look at that and I go, shiny ribs.
Right. And you brought this up because it was a hot conversation during the commercial break we
It
were
was.
talking about. And,
Exactly.
And you want to go through your rib recipe now or later?
We can do that later.
I'm just playing along here.
No,
I'm
we
just
can
trying
do
to
that
play.
later.
I'm just trying to
No,
further the conversation.
I appreciate that.
We may not have time later. I know we're on the air till 10, but we may not have time later.
Listen, there's no magic to mine. It's very simple. It's Lowry's seasoning, salt, and pepper, and then I use Salt Lick sauce on the thing, and that's it.
That's it right there.
And smoke them. Put them in direct heat for about 3 hours.
Basic.
Boom, done.
You get the ribs from the HEBs?
I do. I get baby back ribs, and it's in direct heat for 3 hours. You don't do much, man. You just let it happen.
You wrap it in foil or anything?
I do not.
Like that?
I do not.
You put any dry anything? Any kind of dry?
The Lowry's.
Oh,
Lowry's.
that's weak, man. You get a real dry rub.
Or I do a Fiesta brisket rub on
How
it.
about the Todd and Don Show rub?
That's good too. That's good as well.
Yeah.
That's good as well.
Salt Lick dry rub's pretty good too.
Yeah, I've used Salt Lick a lot. Man, that's a lot of pepper there. But yeah. So anyway, that is my definition of a shiny rib.
Is that in one of those egg? You got egg grills, a smoker, the infrared. What kind of technology you got in your back patio?
Mine is very low tech. It's just simply the Weber kettle grill. That's it. And I smoke on that thing by just
charcoal.
Yeah. It's pretty straight
How do you get
ahead.
smoke?
I use the charcoal with the mesquite chips that are already in the coal, and it's just enough smoke.
Well, you're big and fancy.
It's just enough smoke.
I had no idea you were big and fancy.
I don't want so much smoke that my ribs are going to taste like a house fire.
No,
I can't stand that.
You don't want that happening.
To me, that's just about the right. That's just mine.
Listen, we got tech news coming up at 7:35. You do not want to miss that. Coming up at 7:35 here on the Todd and Don Show. We'll explain some details of that. And after deciding to close their doors back in July, El Patio is back.
Yeah.
And there's a new bill regulating the gig economy. And how about this? A pilot program at Target in parts of Texas is now coming to all of their stores by the end of the year. We'll also update you on the 49-story Rainy Street high-rise that is expected to break ground in just a few days.
The Todd and Don Show.
Do you own a small business? Maybe you own a medium-sized business. Whatever your situation is, you should have a relationship with Brian Escobar and his team at Escobar and Associates. They specialize in helping businesses with their payroll system, but really they're there if you ever get in trouble with the Internal Revenue Service. I mean, you got the 800-pound gorilla knocking on your door demanding cash. You should. Don't freak out. That's the first thing. Call Brian Escobar. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he'll actually enjoy taking on that 800-pound gorilla. He gets a kick out of it because he gets results, and he can help you win, your small business win, keep you on the right financial path, and he can develop a tax plan specifically geared towards the nature of whatever your business is. And if you do have any issues, maybe it's some back taxes owed for your business or you individually, let them be your advocate. Go to battle with them. Come to a settlement that works for everybody and get you back where you need to be. Kind of a reboot, if you will, a fresh start with Escobar and Associates. Remember, when it comes to your taxes, the one thing you cannot afford to do is nothing. Escobar and Associates, 512-442-3055.